like lit. So you have more of that. If you've seen Ike perform, then you know what to expect, sort of. And I think next week is going to be very, very, very interesting and very entertaining. I dig what you do, Ike, and I appreciate it. All right, Evelina, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Evelina, you are on deck. Please welcome to the microphone right now, Aparna Ganguly.
Hi, so I blog at the Variegated Sky at Blogspot, and right now I'm having a giveaway for the book called A Man Called Ove. I don't know the Swedish pronunciation, so A Man Called Ove. You can check it out. And I'm going to read from page 12 of my short story Belief, which I have on Amazon Kindle. So here goes. The doctor's office was the same as I remembered it. There was a small waiting area in front of the reception. There were not many waiting. Treatment for mental illness was still a taboo in my hometown. They would rather take the patients to a witch doctor or tantric oja, exorcist, to get rid of the evil spirits. I knew educated families who did that. A neighbor's son, Tatanda, had textbook depression. He had mood swings and intense episodes of sadness, irritability, and panic attacks. When the boys will be boys adage did not quite cut it, the grandmother began to suspect bad juju. Something about going to the lake for fishing on a Saturday afternoon. It is believed by many that young women who die unmarried turn into Pethni. They are shapeshifters who can assume the appearance of beautiful women and often prey on unsuspecting young men. They are known to dwell on sandpaper fig or tamarind tree. When the grandmother got a tantric oja, we went to witness the tamasha. The oja was a scary looking man with tangled beard and braided hair. He wore red robes, rudraksh beads around his neck, and carried a small trident in his hand. I think the get-up and costume are essential for a good play. He screamed, "Jai Magali!" often and loudly. Some of the servants cowered in fear. Tantrics can curse you if they are unhappy, the cook informed. They can turn you into a rat and feed you to the cats. Great. Now they can transmorgify. The oja picked Tatanda's toes with a needle that he had held over a flame. Then he smacked his head with a short broom, commanding the Petni to leave him and find another lover. Technically, this was wrong. This was not a case of possession. The Petni probably never left her waterfront tamarind tree. I felt bad for Tatanda. I knew he had just broken up with his girlfriend and was depressed. All he needed was someone to talk to about his situation. The anxiety would only worsen his condition, but his grandmother wouldn't listen to anyone. His father was not home. I'm not sure if he knew about it. Tatanda's ma, Kakimoni, made every possible effort to make the oja feel at home, offering him fruits, sweets, and flowers. People sacrifice the happiness of others blinded by their beliefs. Tatanda sat through the atrocities. Maybe he was emotionally too exhausted to protest. Maybe he was finally getting the attention of his otherwise indifferent family. In between the rites and hymns, the tantric told terrible tales about how a whole village died of cholera because they did not follow the rituals of worshipping Shoshan Kali properly. How a businessman went bankrupt because he did not pay his respect to the Kali Mandir when he passed by during his journey. There were also guidelines about making generous offerings to the priest and warning about always replacing an older statue with a bigger one, or else plague, bankruptcy, and erectile dysfunction would follow. It was a full-fledged marketing campaign. I thought I had seen enough. When I told about it to my father later in the evening, he was furious. How can Alok do this to his own son? Someone has to do something about it. He went out and had a talk. I don't know what he said to convince them, but the next time I accompanied Ma to one of her sessions with Dr. Roy, Tatanga was in the waiting room. And he seemed happier, brighter. Sitting in the lobby made me think of him, how he was doing. I wondered. I heard he was married and had a daughter now. I should drop by sometime to see them. The receptionist called out my full name. I walked in like a regular patient. Dr. Roy was writing something on his notepad when he said, "Please have a seat." Then he looked up and he dropped his pen. My God, Runa. You can read the rest on Amazon Kindle.